My name is Robert Solano, and I'm here to talk about the American Cancer Society and what they've done for the fight against cancer and the fight that they continue to make till this day. It's hard to live quietly. This is what Christina Applegate said in 2008 in an interview on the Oprah Winfrey Show when describing her fight against breast cancer. Fortunately, Christina Applegate is one of the many survivors of this wretched disease. Unfortunately, there's not so lucky ones. In this day and era, we must ask each other, what are we doing to make these few survivors into everyone surviving? This is the question that the American Society has asked, and the question that they continue to strive to answer. Chances are that you know somebody with some type of cancer, whether colleague, friend, family member, some way, shape, or form, you have been affected by this. I'm not excluded in that list. My best friend in kindergarten was diagnosed with cancer at 5 years old. Unfortunately, at the age of 10 years old, he did lose his life. Since that day, I've been fighting, and I'm a current advocate for the fight against cancer. Cancer has become one of the most complicated and feared medical diseases in our lifetime and for many decades. I know I couldn't really describe what Andrew felt during his time with cancer, but I could see what he was going through. The way his lifestyle completely changed. He was never able to be a normal boy again. Taking different medication, shots, going through chemo. He really did battle a lot. And I commend him for his willingness to battle and the smile he always had while going through it. His death is what drove the start of my involvement in volunteering with many organizations fighting all types of cancers. With that in mind, we're going to dive deep into exactly how much damage cancer has caused in our society and how much the American Cancer Society has contributed to its fight against it. Cancer is the second leading cause of death in the U.S. In 2008, an article, Cancer, from our World in Data org states that in 2017, 9.6 million people are estimated to have died from various forms of cancer, and every sixth death in the world is due to cancer. I don't know about you, but those numbers are really astonishing to me. Pretty scary. All of those lives lost to just one enemy. Unfortunately, this isn't showing any signs of slowing down. As a matter of fact, it's only getting worse, as the article also states that in 1990, 5.7 million people died from cancer. This means that we've seen about 66% increase in the global number of cancer deaths. This increase is what the green line in the visualization show in their charts. For the looks of things, the longer we continue without a cure, the larger the number of deaths may come from cancer. Cancer has not only caused lives of many people, but it's also come at a great economic cost. Every region of the world has come to allocate a great amount of funds onto the cost of this disease. According to statistics from the American Cancer Society in 2018, it states that in the United States alone, the estimated direct medical cost of cancer in 2015 was $80.2 billion. These costs are not only projected to go up, as the Journal of the National Cancer Institute mentions in the 2017 article, assuming constant incidence, survival, and cost, were projected 13.8 and 18 million cancer survivors in 2010 and 2020 respectively, with associated cost of cancer care of up to 124.57 or almost $160 billion in the US in 2010. Now that we understand a little bit of the implications and the risks of this disease, let me explain how the American Cancer Society, is making a difference, and they're operating the doors to find a cure. They're advocating for protection against cancer. The American Cancer Society provides a plethora of resources online, with many cancer-preventing tips and promoting healthy lifestyle and choices. Also provide online tips for early detection, as well as events advocating awareness of these symptoms. They're also the largest funder of cancer research. Since 1946, they've provided more than $5 billion in research funding. They also continue to fund research till this day, which has saved countless lives. They have also, with these funds, they've also found 49 researchers that went on to win the Nobel Prize. The researchers have broken barriers in the advancement of medical understanding of cancer and discovering many new successful treatments, also confirming the link between smoking and lung cancer. So, to conclude this, these organizations, such as the American Cancer Society, are a great tool and one of the biggest advocates for finding a cure. This has been one of the greatest challenges in the medical field in modern era and probably the past 100 years. The importance of the American Cancer Society is nothing short of immaculate. The impact not only of helping people with cancer, but also preventing many million more of getting the ruthless disease through education and awareness. It does take a lot of monetary resources in order to fund this research and resources. So donating to their cause brings us one step closer to finding a cure. But if you don't have money or don't have the money to allocate, there's other ways to help as well. You can also volunteer in one of many volunteer events conducted by the American Cancer Society. Events such as Relay for Life, where you just walk, run, do a marathon, they can be a great impact. And it can be a good fun way to get involved with the cause and get involved with your community. This disease might not go away anytime soon. However, with our help, we can take the steps to finally live in a world where cancer and a diagnosis for cancer doesn't have to mean a possible death sentence. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great rest of your day.